Thank you for taking the time to click on L.O.R.E. Please subscribe here, and don't forget to follow us on twitch.tv/LoreLivePlay.
The province of Talantis, a lush landscape almost untouched by civilization. A prime example of nature thriving, domineering the slow-growing settlements on its fringes.
It is here that something new has begun to take shape. Creatures not native, nor natural by evolutionary means have made themselves known to curious outward eyes.
Curiosity, however, should be shared with a side of caution. These creatures show much aggression, are exceedingly territorial, and have presented themselves as a problem for many. But maybe not for a few whose paths have yet to be determined.
Whether or not these individuals walk the paths that will be presented to them,
Events will unfold as they will.
No one is ever appropriately called to action
but these few,
Will have a hand
in uncovering
the guise of
of
these
these
new
new
untamed
untamed
beasts.
And stuff. Yes, what's up? Hey, how you doing? It's us, L.O.R.E, you know, the peeps that do the things.
Whoa.
Hi. Yeah, I didn't say any vulgar weird things this time. Hi. So, welcome back to the Guise of Untamed Beasts, our third session now, yes?
Yes.
And, yeah, lots of things to announce, so I'll go over them real quick. Foundry, we are unofficially sponsored by them and spreading the love, so check them out. We're using them right now. Oh, I have the map up. Okay, well, cool, whatever. Anyways, you can see it, and yeah, foundryvtt.com. Go check them out. It's amazing. Super awesome virtual tabletop system to use. Extra Life. Boom! We roll for Extra Life, which is a awesome video gaming streaming fundraising program where streamers like us get to do fundraising for super awesome charities like the Children's Miracle Network, and we are hooked up with the Penn State Children's Hospital. So what we're trying to do is basically, any natural ones rolled, we will write down and then tally at the end. And if you donate $1, some of us will match you $1 for $1. So, cool beans, cool beans. Go down below, by the way, in the About section. Don't forget, there's a bunch of stuff down there. You can go in the About section, find the Discord, join our Discord, become one of our happy family peeps. You can find the Extra Life thing. You can YouTube, there's a bunch of stuff. Just, you know, do some homework and read. Anyways, merch. Where is it? It's here and I just dropped the stuff. Bag of, wow, shit, there it is. Bumper stickers! Yay! We got bumper stickers and pins on the way. What did I knock over? I don't know. Anyway, woo! Hi, I'm back. So, let's get to the lovely cast of awesome peeps that are doing the things. Take it away, Zazel.
Yes, hello. I'm DG Holstein. I play Azazel the Wizard.
Great, caught off guard. Orn.
Horn?
Children of the...
I'm Orn. Well, I'm Sarah, and I'm Orn.
Awesome.
And I'm a lizard, and I'm also a human. But Orn's a lizard.
Multi-classing? What, multi-racing? What is going on here?
It's a custom lineage, all right?
Yeah. It kind of makes sense. Like,
It works.
so you're a politician.
Don't rat out all the lizard folk politicians. Come on now.
And to my other direction, this way that I'm pointing, that I figured out. Zilri.
Oh, that's me. I play Zilri. I am Caleb Pitts.
Super duper. Take it away, Zoral.
Hello, I am Ryan, and I play Zorul, the tree speaker.
Speaker of the trees.
Is that like Drax if we were in Guardians? Or are you
A little bit.
Groot?
A little bit of both. A hybrid.
Sometimes tree.
So, save me from my awkwardness, Mr. DM Guru. And
Hello, everyone. My name is Mathew Garro, and I will be the Dungeon Master for this leg of the adventure. And if all our announcements have been said, made, or done, we'll take it into a bit of a recap from the prior session.
Wait, Chris, who are you?
Oh, God. Hi, I'm Chris. I play Trovic, the big, giant, axe-swinging orc barbarian? Or minotaur that thinks he's an orc?
Yes, you did the same thing to me last week.
Now you know.
But with all our introductions placed, quick recap, hopefully. So the last session that took place, after a strange meetup between all the characters and working together to free both Doxia and Trovic from Nesbit Rebel Zebel's traveling zoo, Azazel gathered everyone up and I would say requested assistance in looking into some of the more unnatural creatures that have been seen and or rumored to be populating the province. For slightly different reasons, everyone agreed to help and move forward with finding some more information. Before they decided to move and look for more information, they needed to head to the nearest blacksmith and get Trovic an axe. And through a little bit of confusing and somewhat intimidating conversation, the smith freely gave Trovic an axe on the grounds he used it outside of town. With everybody on the same page, Azazel revealed the last member of this intriguing little group, his familiar owl by the name of Pepper, who was immediately worried that Orn was going to eat him. Against Azazel's requests, everyone decided to head up into one of the local taverns to look for some more information, even though he had already explicitly pointed out that he got no information. They spent their time laughing and drinking and discussing what they should do next and who they should talk with in front of a whole bunch of people at the table. Calling out a particular orc in particular, who provided that they leave him alone, pointed them out to a half-orc woman by the name of Marugame Mega, whom Zorul and Azazel chose to go discuss potential information. In the meanwhile, Trovic and this orc individual had an arm wrestling contest where it kind of swayed back and forth for a while, and with a little bit of help of Zilri and some motivational speaking from Orn, as little as it was, he unfortunately did lose. But the other two, Zazel and Zorul, spoke to Marugame and were offered a temporary position to help guard some of the harvesters out in the Tournay open fields to gather some ingredients that the locals use to brew some of their different alcoholic beverages. They would be paid handsomely so long as nobody got hurt and or worse. Taking this information back, before I forget, there was a bit of a creepy individual who overheard the conversation and did offer up some assistance, but was immediately freaked out when Azazel presented his official status. Quickly told him just to go talk to Ty at the low tide downtime, and finished his shot and ran off in a hurry. The information was passed around the table. You all finished your drinks and headed out. Picked up a few supplies, dropped off Doxia at Orn's commune, or household, we'll say, and ventured out with Marugame and her harvesters into the Tournay open fields. In one instance, while harvesting a few ingredients, the group was pestered by a few sturge, bat-like, mosquito-like creatures. Small. Again, pestered is the key word. They were dealt with, and you move on to the next location, where a pack of wolves seemingly surrounded the group, and Zorul, through transforming into a grizzly bear, tried to convince the wolves to leave the group alone or repercussions would be had. The wolves would not have it, and they suffered dearly for it. And then moving on lastly to the last location, a bit of a rocky outcropping, where the harvesters started lifting up some of the rocks to acquire some of the tree sap there. Little did the party know that on one of the higher ridges, a large lion-like creature, humanoid face with rows upon rows of teeth, and a large scorpion-like tail, kind of just was looming over the edge, watching, and spoke out to them, saying that something had ventured into its den and it was looking to play. So, I will transfer you over, guys, to the map. We will not do initiative yet. I can assume that everybody can see the map?
Mm-hmm.
It's the map. It's the map.
The map.
It's the map. It's...
It's
I
the
guess it's
map.
map.
The map.
I bet Chris doesn't get that one.
Too boomer.
So,
Yeah.
there are 6 harvesters that are kind of picking and gathering supplies from different points around this rocky field. Again, I have placed the 5 of you in the general area, but you can place yourselves wherever you would have been to watch over the harvesters.
Like over here. Definitely thought Orin was just going away.
Orin's a loner.
Uh-oh!
Yeah, like that.
These
Copyright infringement. Cease and desist. Damn it.
I gotta switch it
a row
around.
never costs so much.
So is everybody placed where they would have been situated?
places, everyone, places.
Places,
Places.
please. So, in this case, Orn, being the closest,
Oh no. Oh no.
you hear from behind you, just above, a large, deep, grovelly voice kind of just speak out, and you look back, and you see somewhat humanoid face, but something akin to like shark teeth, and how the fact that sharks have, I think, anywhere like between 3 and 6 rows of teeth in their mouth. But like the head, the mane of a lion, and the body that follows, and you see like just the ridge of this scorpion-like tail kind of like whipping, it's not necessarily whipping, but just waving above its head. Hello, little playthings. You've come here in my den. For what purpose? But it does not matter to me. I simply wish to see you all suffer and beg. Oh, I love it when you beg. Did any of you say anything as you hear this voice kind of boom out from behind you all?
So we all hear it?
It's talking out loud at this point. It's making itself known, but it did catch you all off guard for a moment.
Do any of us see it?
You would all, I'd say at this point, you all would have seen it and turned around, but Orn is technically the closest to it.
Orin definitely. Well, like what's the size of this thing?
Oh, it is a large-looking creature. It's double the size of any of you.
Double the size of Trovic. Who's the biggest one, right?
I'd say like comparably to the size of an elephant. Like rounded. You're a big boy.
Oh god. Trovic definitely is gonna creep back and
no,
question
he's not.
his party a little bit and be like,
There will be no running.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I won't let you get that far away. I may let you scamper a few feet around the rocks while I dance. Entangle and claw and tear.
Wow, this guy likes to hear himself talk.
Oh. So we definitely see this thing now, right?
And you see it take a large leap, and these two dragon-like wings kind of lifted aloft as it flies over to one of the larger rocks
Holy
opposite.
shit.
And kind of lands with a loud crunching as some of the smaller stones just fall off the edges. And now Zilri and Trovik, you see just above you. What sort of little time do we have? How much time do you think we have before I eat you all? 5 minutes? 10 minutes?
And then pulls out axe. It is go time.
All right. I will say, Fro, you are ready. You want to engage this thing?
Oh,
We're gonna roll
hold
for.
on.
Okay.
Hold
Yes.
on. This guy's doing a whole lot of talking for something that looks like so terrifying. I want to do like a perception check to see if this is an illusion.
Okay.
I like that.
All right. Use for this. You would use your intelligence modifier instead to make a perception roll, as you're trying to see if, specifically, if you can see through it, if this is an actual illusion or is this an actual creature.
So if I'm going to use that instead, and I'm going to roll on D&D Beyond, do I just click?
In this case, just roll a straight d20 and add your intelligence modifier to it.
Oh, okay. How would I? Here, I'll just roll a real one. I mean.
Sure.
Could I also
Add my
do?
intelligence modifier? You said.
Yes.
Could I also do a nature check or something to see if I think that this
That's.
beast is natural,
Mhm.
or like
I would-
anything I would have heard of?
I would say immediately off the bat, Zorul, you know this thing doesn't look natural. It's got just from first glance, it's a fairly large looking lion, almost twice the size. The face of somewhat of human-like, a large scorpion tail that kind of, with all these spines that go right down its, all these needles and spines that protrude off it all the way down its back, and two large reddish, almost brown dragon wings.
Mm-hmm.
So it definitely seems, from first glance, like an amalgamation of a few different kind of creatures. Zilri, what did you roll?
I rolled a 16, but my intelligence modifier is a -2, so 14.
14. I would say, like, just looking at it and hearing its voice, you can almost feel the vibrations coming as it literally calls out to all of you and just taunts. It sounds and looks fairly real. You gather this is not an illusion.
Oh
This is
God, he's
a
real. Oh God, he's real. Oh no, I don't want to be this close to him.
Maybe you can convince him to go. But it's
And I
not
will
Stand in
charisma.
Trovik's shadow.
Yeah, before Trovik just starts swinging,
Oh no.
realizing this is a beast of some sort, never seen before. It's like, very failed creature. Shit, why am I talking like this now?
This is what happens with Trovik scared.
This is the last and only warning. If you try to do harm to me and my friends,
Don't worry about the dice roll.
I will kill you.
I'll add on to that.
Okay.
When he says that, I'll grab my short sword and I'll say, "Yeah, it's pretty cute that you're counting how long it would take for you to kill us in the matter of minutes. Because if you stay here, we'll kill you in one."
Oh, I'd like that. I would love to see how much you can pull, how much you can sway, how much you can tear.
Okay.
For me, well, I'm way up here. And it starts to take aloft. And I'll say for this, everybody roll initiative.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. All right.
I have a 10.
Oh.
Ooh, that's good.
Oh.
I'm gonna roll my big baby.
Wait, does that translate? Does that go? Wait. If I roll on D&D Beyond, you can't see it, right? I have to tell you.
If you have it linked, it'll actually register in Foundry, and you won't have to tell me, it'll just populate. But if it's not linked properly, then yes, you will have to tell me.
I should
So you can give it a
stop
shot.
using Real dice.
I did it already. That's why I'm asking, because it came up as a B, and I was like, what does that mean? But then I look in the bottom corner, and it's a nat 20 plus 2.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, if it didn't populate, that's okay. Not a big deal. We'll start with Trovik. What did you roll?
15 total.
15 total. Azazel.
21.
21. Zoral.
14.
14. Orn.
12.
12. And Zilri.
Nat 20 plus 2, 22.
Nice.
Ooh.
All right, let me just update
Beat me on
it
an
here.
initiative roll.
That's worthy of a donation, folks.
I just tallied, don't worry.
So,
Made a
I
little
will-
tally box.
Nice. A tally tote?
Little tally
A
box.
tote for your
Tally
tallies?
ho!
Just a little
toad
tally.
for your tally.
A hoe for your tally.
Are you in for a tally whacking?
Oh no.
I don't think you could do that on stream.
No, we cannot.
I think you get Twitch banned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened to L.O.R.E? Oh, Twitch banned for tallywhacking.
Oh,
They just started whacking their tallies, and Twitch was like, "That's not
Whoa,
cool."
we can't have that.
Maybe we'd raise some extra life monies.
Yeah. We'll whack all the
That's an
tallies.
Mm. So not.
Where did this go?
Yeah, let's not.
Anyway.
so the encounter tracker on Foundry is accurate. So if you guys need to know the order, that is the order. But Zilri, you're up first, and Azazel is on deck.
That's what that
Yeet.
meant. Of all the times to roll a nat 20, really? It was so that I could do the first thing?
So you can start the charge.
Oh,
Yeah.
Zilri hates doing the first thing.
Yeah, that's what you get
So-
for your net 20.
So for context, this creature, at all your calls out to it. Wow, I know how to speak English today. It lifts itself up and starts flying in the air. It's about 50 feet. I would put it. No, let's not do that. Let's not select everything. Let's only select the one thing. Thank you.
Oh.
It is currently right there in the center of the map, but it is about 50 feet up in the air.
Cool. Not cool.
Okay.
Pepper?
As far as leading the charge, Zilri's not like a run-in kind of gal. Was trying to position myself behind Trovik before, and I'm gonna try to. I want to do that again and just like slip behind him in this rock.
Yeet.
But
Sure.
then also, I mean, do I have to have a clear path? If he's up in the air, I do want to try an Eldritch Blast.
Sure. Let's see. It should be
If
far
he's,
enough
like,
because
up,
Eldritch Blast is
yeah.
120 feet. I would
Yes.
say easily enough you'd be able to hit this thing, this creature.
Quick, everybody behind Trovik.
Trovik, be wall. Be mid shield.
Your powers combined.
11.
11.
know.
Unfortunately, 11 does not hit as your dark energy that you shoot out from your hand, it kind of just sears through. You get pretty close. It goes just past its face and in between its wing. Nice little shot, but not on target. That is your action. If you would like use a bonus action or any other movement.
I am just gonna scooch a little bit more this way, behind these rocks,
All right then.
and that'll be that. Get him, guys!
All right, Azazel, you're up. Trovik, you are
Yeah.
on deck.
Yeet.
All right. So knowing that we're going into combat with this thing, I will start performing my blade song again. So I will nimbly take a beautiful magical dance, and my sword will begin to glow and hum. Yeah, like that. So now I'm faster and harder to hit. Woo! And I'm gonna move up here, and he's in the air. So I'm gonna use Ray of Frost on this bad boy.
All right. Make your attack roll.
Ooh.
Shoot, 6.
Wow.
Oh, 11 doesn't.
You quickly
work,
rush
so-
over, and in an instance, in a bit of like a surprise state, just shoot off your small beam of ice, and it just goes wide as the creature kind of flutters a few feet away. You missed me. Is that all?
That was a warning. That was a warning shot.
I have
and-
been warned of your misappropriated aim.
Nice.
Damn, that's good.
Yeah.
And then at the end of my turn, Pepper will take his turn, but I can't find him on the map because maybe I'm blind.
My apologies. I might not have added him, but
That's all good.
where would you have had him? Next.
He'll
There he is.
he will go on and fly up like over here-ish. Nope, he can't go over the rock, so like kind of here-ish, a little bit higher in the air, ready to like swoop in and take a little help action probably.
All right. Don't worry, Azazel. I will help you in this. And he kind of flutters off towards the northeastern rock. Kind of surrounds it, and it's just maybe about 20 feet above this rock, as this is a larger boulder sticking out of the ground.
Yes.
But he's kind of on par with height with this monster.
And that's my turn.
All right. Before Trovik goes, the harvesters, hearing this and seeing this creature looming in the air, all in a panic state, immediately all rush to cover, like as much cover as they can find.
Oh, good.
Yes, make haste with the run.
So the good thing was, they're all going to share the same initiative,
Yay.
and they rolled higher than the creature did. And you hear Marugami, "Everybody get to cover now! This is not cool!"
Get to the cover!
It's
Get to
decidedly
the
not-
cover.
That's all of them. So all 6 of them do rush behind some of the larger rocks out of sight.
I get that reference.
Yes, I'm on point tonight. I'm on fire!
Trovik, it is your turn. Zorro, you are on deck.
Alright, I am going to run 10 feet 15 feet in this direction and tell, "Hey, you big, hairy, ugly dragon thing! You talk shit, but can you swing on me down here? Why am I talking like this now? What the fuck?" I'm like, "Get to the cover! Kill me now!"
Come on, kill me. What are you waiting for?
Yeah.
Do it.
Where's this going? Where's my Trovik?
Trovik
Trovik
stayed up
Schwarzenegger. Oh my god.
watching too many Terminator plays.
Flip it.
I'm just like waving down for him to like.
It kind
Come
of
down.
looks down at you as
Little
it's
flower.
flying.
Remember Little Flower?
Oh yes, little flower. Hey, you coward, big lizard, ugly thing. Come down and fuck with me.
There it is. There he is. There's our
Don't
Trovik.
Yeah.
I'll come down and rend your insides very shortly.
One track mind.
Okay, I'll be waiting there.
Oh,
And its tail
God.
kind of like immediately kind of lashes around over its head, and it just pointing very in a stiff motion, pointing almost directly towards you.
All right, I'm gonna hold my action.
All right, what would you like to do as your hold action?
I would like to hit him with X when he gets close enough.
All right, when he gets in range, you hold your action to do an axe attack.
Yes.
Was there anything else you'd like to do?
I would
a
like
real
to also
thing?
cast fist. No.
To cast fist.
Yeah. I would like to hold my bonus action to yell.
Yeah, you definitely yell at this thing, and it's just kind of like, in a weird way, smiling and just baring all its teeth and chuckling.
I'm going to make one of them trophy.
But
I don't
But
like
Zorro,
this guy.
it is your turn. Horn, you and then it goes.
Oh, no.
Well, it is kind of like
So-
it, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to go up here, next to Trevik and Azazel, and I will say, Wizard, this creature is not natural. Is this like the one that you were seeking?
It's close enough.
Okay. Well, it seems to mean harm to us and our charges, so we must subdue it. And from there, in this position, I'll go ahead and hunch over again and become very bristly, and the sort of like bark on my shirt extends as I transform into a big brown bear.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So right there. And
So
I'll just go.
immediately-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. Describe it. Describe it.
Oh no! It's just sort of look up at the creature and just sort of like, if you, I don't know, as
Kind
much
of-
as a bear can, just like come at me.
You see Zoral's
Just
body
like,
kind
have
of
you ever seen a bear go that,
morph
like that?
and change like it previously did, where all the furs and pelts and wood on his body becomes just brown thistled fur as he grows twice in size into a large grizzly bear. He runs back on his hind legs and almost using his large paws, kind of like, come at me, bro.
Yo,
The creature's just like,
a grizzly bear squaring up is intimidating.
bigger meat for me to eat.
So that was a bonus action.
Mhm.
So I'll do the same as Trovik, and I'll hold an attack for if it gets closer.
All right.
Well, within striking distance of us.
Okay. Sounds good. That ends your turn? Okay. Orn, because you and the creature have the same dex, what is your dex modifier? We'll see who goes first. Or what is your dexterity score?
Yeah. It's 15.
Okay, so unfortunately the creature does have a higher dexterity score, so it is going to go before you. The creature kind of like flying at about 50 feet in the air, seeing you all kind of amass around in a spot. Oh no, we can't have this. I like to play one at a time. But if you're all going to be here, eat needles. And you see the scorpion-like tail just starts firing like needle projectiles at Trovik,
Crap.
Zoral, and Azazel.
Oh no!
Oh, we shouldn't have grouped
So-
up.
So the first one is at Trovik. That is a 12.
Oh, that does not hit.
All right, the needle comes flying at you, and you quickly, being ready, you use your great axe to defend yourself. Next one is against Zoral. That is a natural 1.
Ooh, our first
Natural
natural
1!
one.
Of course, it's gonna be me. The needle kind of just, in rapid succession, the second needle just kind of hits the rock in front of you and just embeds into the ground. And the last needle is going to be against Zazel, which is a second natural 1.
Hey!
Oh my god!
Ooh, 2 in a row.
It's
Happy.
got some shit rolls to start with, but you never know. But extra life
Yeah, that's
is
bad.
enjoying it.
It's gonna balance out at some point.
So the
Oh,
needles
yeah,
in rapid
you're right.
succession just
That's something to worry about.
it grunts in disappointment and flies maybe a few feet around, kind of like looking in just still looking at the three of you, but just shifting its placement over. It's going to end its turn, and it is Orn. You are up.
Here, I
So
got the
much
thing.
ornery than me.
Got the thing pulled up here.
Dodge tail! Dodge tail!
There, that's our natty 1.
Okay. So, I see that one of my actions is improvise. I'm imagining this is up for like anything I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, I see that there's like some stuff around. Eventually, I'm imagining he's gonna land down, and I want to improvise some sort of trap for him to get stuck in, maybe some sort of rolling rock that'll pin like a foot or something so he can't get away by this big rock, so he can't slash his tail around. Yeah, what can we do with that, DM?
I will say it kind of sounds like when the creature lands, you want to attempt to grapple it. Does that sound like you want to hold it in? You want to hold it in place
with a trap.
With like a trap. You want to use like a rock?
Yeah. What you think about that?
Okay. There's a few rocks that are fist size. There are some that are roughly your size, and there are rocks that are even bigger than you are. Some that are even same size as the creature. How do you want to use the rocks to trap this creature exactly?
I'm gonna put like a flatter rock under like a bigger one, so when he steps on it, the bigger one will roll into him and like pin one of his appendages down.
Okay, this might take some time to do,
okay.
But I'll say,
cool.
Make me an athletics check.
Oh boy.
See if you can see how quickly you can set this up.
Okay. I got a 17. I don't know if it'll pop up. I did it on.
It does populate on D&D Beyond as well when I see it. So I have it like two different spots where I can see it.
Yeah.
But okay, 17. You immediately look around and you see a handful of larger rocks. You do see a kind of like a flatter, more triangular-looking wedged piece. It's not perfect, but it would do for what your purposes of what you're describing is. You immediately grab that and you set it down. I'll say, actually, does it? I want to see if this does this.
Yeah, if I can, I kind of want to make it maybe like over here.
Okay, so let's say you use some of your movement to move over there, and you kind of situate this wedged piece, and you look and you see another larger rock just a few feet away where you were, and you immediately kind of like quickly, I'll say you're in the process of rolling it over by the time it comes to your next turn.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, trap. Here we go.
All right, and then we'll see. We'll see how that works. So, top of the round is Zilri. It is your turn.
Okay, I'm
Zilri.
getting all worried seeing all my friends like being attacked. I mean, the thing missed. He's got terrible aim, but but this is not looking good. This guy's like scary, and he's like quick-witted, which is like unnerving. I want to disguise myself as a harvester.
Okay.
I love it.
You immediately, you kind of just almost do the traditional, like you just with your hand over your face, and as your hand passes over, your body shifts and changes into one of the similar attire to what the other harvesters are wearing, and like almost like a bit of like a hat with a satchel on your body, and you kind of look like a regular person.
Okay.
That's your action. You still have your movement and your bonus action.
Describe your regular person's backstory.
Man, we've been out here harvesting all day. I'm just so exhausted. Now this guy shows up, these crazy heroes. You said reaction. Oh, I don't think I have. Oh, no, I'm not using my bonus action. Okay, so I am going to, now that I'm dressed as a harvester, I can go 30 feet. So I'm gonna move backwards to here. I think I saw some guys. Oh, sup, buddy. Yeah, so I'm gonna go hang out with this guy. I actually want to ask him some questions.
All right. You immediately disguise yourself.
Now I'm gonna go talk to this dog.
And you rush back behind one of the other rocks where one of the other harvesters is kind of crouched down, hunkered, and like doing his best to keep quiet. What are you doing? He
Hey
doesn't
man,
recognize.
isn't this crazy?
I know, right?
Did we put it? Were there any tools or anything?
God.
Like, did we have any sort of like, did we bring anything with us here, or are we just out here by ourselves? Like, did they leave us with nothing?
I don't know. We brought our bags. We brought the equipment we need to harvest everything. They're the ones with the weapons and the gear. That's their job.
Wait, so where's the equipment right now?
You have it. And he's like gesturing to your bag.
Oh, you're totally right. Wait, you don't have any?
He looks at you confused. What do you mean? He kind of pulls out like, you don't have it, and he holds like a little, almost like a small digging, like, I forget the name of it. I think it's like a trowel, and it's like one of those small little digging tools that he kind of pulls off, and like a couple of shears. They look like gardening tools.
It's a Trovik.
This is all they let us out here with? We have no explosives, no nothing?
Why would we need explosives?
That's a great question.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep it straight. It's really hard.
I can't believe it.
I'm just so blown away by this. We should just be quiet and see how this all pans out.
Oh
That was a great idea. I think they got it. I'll say that's. I mean, it's more than 6 seconds.
Behind
But...
the yeah.
I know this is bad time to be looking around, but has anybody seen?
Oh, hush, hush, hush. I got out of there so smooth. You're all so busy not getting hit by needles.
Yeah, this is. Shield X.
That'll end your turn. It is Azazel.
Cool.
Come on, Tiny Dancer.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start moving like sort of in like this direction, and as I move over here, I'll plant firmly and I'll launch another ray of frost. And as I'm planting and getting ready, Pepper will swoop in and like take a few swipes at the manticore to do like the help action, and then he'll fly away back like here, back like
Here.
Come on.
It's because it's in a walled segment, so
Yeah.
But yeah.
So right there. So it'll give me the help action, so I get to try and ray of frost it at advantage.
Yes. So Pepper kind of flies by this creature and kind of just agitates it a little bit, and it looks over. It kind of turns its back away from you and looks at Pepper as he flies by. Not much of a morsel, more of a snack. And tries to take a bite at it, but obviously Pepper gets out of the way, and you fire your ray of frost while it's not looking. 8. Unfortunately, it's fluttering in place, and it shoots off wide, just missing it again. It turns back around. Oh, naughty.
After I biff it on my second ray of frost, I'll turn and I'll be like, all right, the distraction worked. Zilri, hit it with a.
You look over, Zilri's gone. Or at least,
like, what in the hell?
or at least out of your view.
Oh, this went so sideways. It's hilarious. Oh man.
Was there anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's everything. And then Pepper will just again hold another help action.
All right. All the commoners, they're going to stay put. They're going to use their turns to do the dodge action. Trovik, you're up.
All right. Now I still had a action held, but now that it's my turn, that just is done.
It did not. The condition was not met, so it was not. It did not occur.
Correct. So, is he? How far is he from the ground at this point?
He's 50 feet from the ground, but he's 50 feet in the air.
Okay.
But he's about 60 away from you on an angle.
Okay. I had, if I was small, I had an idea, but I'm not small at all. So I'm just gonna continue to yell and talk shit at this thing. Yeah.
If only we had someone with like a ranged attack.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at it and say,
Do we have anybody that does that?
I feel, hey, you ugly dragon shit. I feel sorry for your mother, because you are so ugly. This is bad.
You're just yelling at it, and it's just... It's keeping its eyes as best as it can on everybody, and it just seems to be enjoying itself at the moment. So many things, so little time.
It's a 3-hour stream. Shut up.
I guess, does that end your turn?
Yeah. I'll hold my action again.
All right, to do the same thing.
You can't hurt him with a really good diss, though.
I'm not a. I mean, I
Maybe.
could. I
He
could
doesn't
like
have
go
vicious mockery.
barbarian. I could do the barbarian thing, multi-class. I don't know. That'd be-
Barbarian, I see what you mean.
Grizzly Bear Zorl, it is your turn.
All right. Having heard this thing that it likes to, take things one at a time, I'm actually going to like move, over here. I think I can move like right here. Can I do that? Yeah. I'm going to like just move a little bit away. There's my guy. Go away, guy.
So here, I'll just move it out of place.
Yeah, just move him.
We'll just
out of
ignore
it.
it.
I'm
Go
a bear.
away, guy.
More ways than one.
Go away, me.
So I just sort of do that and like, rear up again and just like, in my bear, like, come fight me. I can't speak, not as eloquently as Trovik can, but I can go.
All right, you're gonna hold your action to
and
do the
just
same
sort
thing.
of like, yeah, I'll do that and hold another attack to see if it comes near me.
Okay. It's go. Separation is always key. It makes things more interesting to me. I'm
It
going to.
rhymes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was unintentional.
Oh, and it didn't even know it.
Yeah.
All right, that was good too. I'm gonna roll a d4. I'm gonna say 1 is Azazel, 2 is Trovik, 3 is Zorl, and 4 is Orn.
All right.
It is a 2.
Yes.
So it is going for Trovik.
Come at me, you
Yeah.
big bitch.
So it immediately says, eeny, meeny, miny, you, and immediately just dive bombs you, Trovik.
All right.
So I will let you get your held action.
Yes.
So
All right.
Batter up.
roll an attack.
All right. Let's do this.
Finally. Oh, please. Someone hit this thing for once.
Yeah, oh my god. I'm
Oh my
sorry, I've been
God.
rolling so bad.
Yeah, we do have at least one person
What
who
the
does ranged
shit?
attacks.
What?
No,
The hell?
I don't even want to
Right.
be near this thing.
All right, guys, we're all
I'm
gonna
going to
die.
Brace myself for combat.
At least
You
we're gonna
take
die
your
together.
Swing. You take your swing with your great axe, and you expect it to kind of come down low, so you go with a horizontal swing, but it just goes over it, and you catch underneath, and this look of sheer delight on its face as it goes for 2 claw attacks, and then bites into you.
So,
That's a 24 to hit.
that hits.
And you take 6 points of piercing damage as the first claw kind of comes in. The second one, 12.
12 just misses.
So it comes in with both claws outstretched first. The first one gets you, but you're able to hold it off its paw, its massive paw with your great axe, and then it comes in for a bite on your shoulder.
Okay.
That's 16.
Yeah, that hits.
That's 9 points of piercing damage. As this thing's rows upon rows of teeth just into your shoulder, and you feels like 20, 30, even more teeth just piercing into your shoulder area, and it kind of pulls back as blood kind of like splatters around. Ah, tasty. And then kind of begins to fly back up a little bit. It doesn't get as high, it gets maybe about 30 feet, but it's just above you, Trovik.
Yeah.
That's going to end its turn. It is Orn's turn.
So how high off the ground is it right now?
It's not as high as it was, but it's about 30 feet in the air. Actually, let me just double check that one. No, it's not that high. It's maybe about 10 feet off the air.
Okay.
Off the ground.
About
So
30
it's
feet. Okay.
it's with
30 feet? Did you say dirty feet?
30 feet. So is there like is it possible for me to
Mm-hmm.
run up and like jump off of a rock and latch onto it? And like
Roll
grapple
for
it.
parkour.
I'd say it's okay. I'm gonna give you the choice. You can either make an athletics or an acrobatics to see if you can get up to it.
Okay, I'm gonna
using
do
your running speed.
athletics. Yeah. Let's do that. Bam. D&D Beyond. Here we go. Don't do me wrong. Oh, natural
Whoa.
20 plus the 6. Oh my god. Praise.
Honestly,
Who
with
knew
that,
Orn wasn't in ninja? Yeah.
Orn-
For real.
those that are within sight see Orn just immediately drop the rock,
I do it
rush
like
over, and take a bounding leap and
Wolverine
latch onto the
style.
side of this creature, hanging on to its I would say its upper torso area.
Oh yes, please.
And you're just gripping onto this thing. So I will say it is grappled. You and it are grappled in the same sense.
Okay.
Nice,
Great.
Very cool.
For a bonus action, I think I can do something.
That's
Mhm.
true.
I think
You're
Did
not
we
wrong.
say we had a short rest before we came back from this?
Yes, you did have a short rest prior to.
Okay. So I believe let me just do something here. I didn't have that. Yeah, let's confirm. Okay. So I think I would like to use Hungry Jaws on him.
Hmm.
As my thing. Hungry Jaws. This one. Bam. Bam.
All right, so you make a bite attack as your bonus action and get back a couple of temporary hit points. Make your attack roll.
Right. Attack roll, Hungry Jaws. It doesn't let me click it on in here. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay, got it. I don't have it in my attack. Which one should I use? Bite? Unarmed strike? In the D&D Beyond.
So there is a tab where it says all actions, and it does have a bonus action section just above it. You can click on the bonus one, and it should show it up there.
There's a bonus button.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in all.
If you can't find it, you can always just use a regular bite attack there if you see
Okay,
it.
thank you.
And then I will make the adjustments for you.
Do I roll for the hit DC or the damage?
Roll for the hit DC.
Hit DC. Bam, bam, bam. I got a 17.
17.
17 definitely hits.
Yes.
You immediately just... So roll for damage, and...
Oh my god.
Damage.
First blood.
Yeah.
Oh god, yes.
Finally.
Oh god.
And you have 4 temporary hit points. So you're grappled onto this thing's upper torso, and it's just like, hello, little... Ah! As you just bite into its shoulder blade. How much damage did you do?
10.
10 points of piercing damage. All right. You leave a few teeth marks and a bit of some damage done. I already added the temporary hit points onto your character, so you have 4 extra HP. But I would say at this point you are grappling it, and it's not going to be able to move anywhere, but it is still about 10 feet up in the air.
And you said you added the extra hit. Oh,
So
okay,
it
thank you.
should show you on your screen. If not, then you can just refresh the page. But that ends your turn. It's top of the round. Zilri, you're still conversing with this other harvester, disguised as a harvester. You only seem to have like gardening tools.
I'm just going to completely ignore him now. Put my back to this rock and pull out my lucky bird and say, we just found these friends. I would hate to lose them. And then I put it away and I look at the harvester guy and I just give him a little hey. And then I'm gonna move a little bit closer. Like I'm still hugging these rocks as close as I can.
Okay.
Actually, like here. Well, that sucks. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, you're fine there.
No, it's too out in the open. Yeah, so there's good, and I'm gonna try another Eldritch Blast.
All right, make an attack roll.
Pew pew.
Pew, pew, pew.
Okay, 11.
Unfortunately, 11 does not hit.
I thought it was a 1. I know.
It turned its head to kind of like yell at Orn that jumped on it, and it was just out of sight as the beam just only like kind of miffs a bit of the hair on its mane and turns around. Oh, that's where you went.
At least I didn't hit the lizard.
Would you like to do anything else?
I'm just gonna collapse back a little bit a ways and be like, oh my god, this is not going well.
All right. Azazel, you're up.
Okay, so just to double check, when you said that he's grappled, you said he's not gonna move?
As per the condition grappled, his movement speed is 0.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
However, technically because the creature is considered a large creature, technically Orn can't grapple it, but I like the idea of Orn running and jumping and latching onto this thing. So it's going to hold itself in its place.
Shoot. I was really counting on this thing moving, but I'm not having any luck with Ray of Frost, so we're going to try it anyway. So seeing Orn
Third time's a charge.
Catapult themselves like onto the beast, what I'm going to do is, with my superior dexterity and movement, I will gracefully bound across the field of battle and throw myself from a large rock and try and booming blade stab the thing in the air.
Okay. Again, like Orn, I will do the same thing. You can do either acrobatics or athletics.
We'll go acrobatics because I have advantage on those.
All right.
Okay.
What was your total?
12.
12?
12, but I feel like that's not going to be very good, so...
I would
If it's
say
not-
12 is enough to get within striking distance. But you still have to
Okay.
make your attack roll with Booming Blade.
Yes. Yes, so let's do that. Cast spell. Oh, that's right. I have to, like, still roll an attack roll. Shoot. It's like, yeah, it's a weird thing in this. Oh, and as I'm attacking, obviously, of course, Pepper will do his little flyby and help action to give me advantage.
Pepper kind of flies, swoops on through as he sees you kind of like rushing up. You hear him in his head, Plan B, Plan B! And he kind of lands on the creature's head and he starts kind of like pulling at some of the mane. And he's like, get off me, you bite-sized bird.
Yeah. So then my weapon attack,
Oof.
a 17, which
Hey.
we know hits.
17 hits.
Hooray. So then
We're cooking with
we'll-
gas now.
Sweet.
Cooking with gas. He'll take 6 points of piercing damage and is sheathed in a booming energy as I hopefully very gracefully land back on the ground.
Without any trouble at all, you kind of like rush by. It's hindered for the moment by Pepper, and you just slice at its heel, a section of its heel, but you see the energy kind of just sitting and permeating in its wound that's now just there. And you land in almost like a dancer on your tippy toes.
Yes, and that'll be my turn, and then Pepper will hold another help action.
All right. The harvesters are going to stay put and dodge for the meantime. You hear Marugami yell out, "You got him, you guys! This is so cool, but God, it's so scary!" Trovik, you are up.
I am going to swing axe at this thing's neck and say,
Watch out for me, dude.
"Stupid bestial made big mistake and swing axe. I don't trust my digital dice. God.
Say
The
you-
I
digital
know,
dice have been so
right?
bad tonight.
So
Mine
you,
has been
you
good.
take a leap up in the air. So you could probably jump
Yeah.
high enough that you can hit it.
Sure. Alright.
It's only 10 feet off the ground.
Believe in you.
Oh god. That
What'd you
wasn't
get?
enough, was it? 16?
16 hits.
Oh, guys,
Writing it-
we're down a
writing it
peg.
Yeah, we're getting there.
We're getting there. Alright.
You
Here
run
we go.
underneath it, jump, and kind of like arch over your back with your great axe. What damage?
Alright. Roll damage. 10 points of slashing damage.
You cut into a part of his chest. Ah!
There's more where axe came from.
Clip it.
I got no
All right.
lines.
Is that that ends your turn?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yes.
Zorro.
Dinosaurs.
You
Okay.
are large enough that 10 feet up in the air is not a big deal to you. You can pretty much just get up and like touch this thing if you were to walk over.
Yes, this is what
Okay.
I wanted.
All right, so kaiju fight.
Kaiju fight.
Not really. I mean, I'm a
DM.
normal size bear.
Sorry, real quick.
Yeah.
Can I bonus action rage, please?
You slash at it, and your immediate successful hit just boasts this.
Like, now I got them.
No, you
Just
got it.
now
sorry.
remembers he can rage.
Oh my god.
I thought there was a story reason for it.
Nope.
Nope,
It
just
happens.
dumb
It
player
happens.
forgets about rage.
It happens to the best of us.
That's
Oh yeah.
All right. So as a bear, I could just like sort of, get at this thing's lunch. So I'm just gonna make my 2 attacks, right?
all right. Go for it.
Actually, you tell me if I can do this. For one, I get 2 attacks. For one of these attacks, can I try to? I'm a large creature, so can I try to grapple it and sort of like bring it down?
Yeah, I would say you can use one of the. You can forego one of the claw attacks to do a grapple.
Okay, let's do that. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh. If it's just a strength check, that's a 23.
Ooh. All right. Let's see if this thing.
Big
Nope.
bear.
I rolled a 9.
Hey.
So you kind of like rush over, stand up on your hind legs, and you grab the back of this thing, and now you're also holding it in place. So the rest of you see as Orn is like clinging to the side of this creature's upper bodies. It's holding itself aloft, and now this grizzly bear has now latched onto its backside.
But I wanted him to move.
Yeah.
And does that sort of like I wanted to like drag it down, so that it's not like 10 feet up. If
Okay.
I can like drag it down a little bit with that.
It's considering the vast difference in the dice, I will say yes, you're able to pull this thing back down to the ground. However, because it is being forcibly moved, it will not activate the booming blade effect.
Yep.
Right.
So this thing is now grounded.
Okay.
But if I wanna
And
run,
then for
so-
And it can't go anywhere until it's done its homework.
So Orin, you find your feet just dangling and just barely cresting over the ground. But Zorro, if you want to finish,
yeah,
your-
so like
your
part
actions.
of sort of like dragging it, but I like drag it into my mouth and I will bite it, and it will be a.
Awesome.
They can't all be winners, folks. That's a 13.
unfortunately, 13 does not hit. As you try to go for, as you try to bite into the scorpion-like tail, the carapace that kind of surrounds the tail itself is a lot harder than what you initially expected, and you're kind of just clamping in on it and holding it in place. But it doesn't seem to be doing any damage.
All right.
It is now its turn. Get off me, you meals! And he's gonna try and break itself free. However, that will be its action.
I want to break
Go,
free.
Orn!
Let's see what I roll. That's a 5. It's forcibly like flapping its wings, but with the brute strength of Zoril in his bear form, it's enough that it's holding it in place. And with Orn just being a bit of a nuisance to it and kind of like gnawing at his shoulder, he's a bit annoyed and cannot do anything at the moment. That's its turn. So Orn, it is your turn.
Yes.
You are still clinging to this creature.
Nice.
A real Orn in its side.
Oh, clip it.
I guess, I can't do my unarmed. Can I do my unarmed fight? Like,
Yes.
count? Okay, because
Yeah.
I get more with that. I believe, yeah.
Yeah, you
Alright.
can definitely punch or kick this thing or headbutt it or whatever unarmed strike you would like to commit to it.
Oh, jeez. Thanks. Beyond.
What'd you roll?
D&D Beyond.
Thanks,
I rolled a
Beyond.
9.
Unfortunately not. It's thrashing about in place. Even though it's held in place, it's thrashing about and you can't get a good strike at it.
I'm gonna use my action surge and take one additional action,
Alright. Yes.
and I'm gonna try again.
Alright.
Surge.
Come on.
Surge.
All right, I got an 18.
18 definitely hits.
Hey.
Yeah, eat it. I mean, I'm gonna eat it.
You go for
Okay.
it.
Eat it,
I rolled
Orn.
an 11 for damage.
Nice. So you take another bite into this creature, and at this point it's like you're tearing open the flesh in his shoulder, and it's starting to bleed a bit. It's looking pretty hurt right now at this point.
Is that what he thinks?
And it just screams out, "Ah! Get off me, you reptile!" Zilri, back to the top of the round.
Yeah, let's go, Zilri.
Yeah, this thing is locked in place at this point.
I'm just gonna try to shoot it in the face with some crossbow bolts. Honestly, from where? Hold on, let me make sure that I'm close enough.
Yeah,
Are you done?
you're
Yeah,
within
80,
20 feet.
80 feet. Okay, yeah. So I'm just gonna try to shoot this guy in the
Alright.
face.
Shoot him in the face.
Yeah, keep him distracted from me, please.
Jeez, man. It's a 10. I know that misses.
Unfortunately, 10 does not hit. The bolt just whizzes by. This thing is flailing about in place.
I gotta stop using
Kayla,
D&D
roll
Beyond
different
dice.
digital dice.
Yeah.
I'll just roll the real one next time.
I don't
Yeah.
use those anymore. It's either Foundry or Real Dice. Because it always rolls in the
Alright.
same corner and goes from
Yeah,
something high
it
and
did.
rolls over.
It did. It was the same freaking corner. Oh, well.
I'm sorry. The next one will hit. I guarantee it.
I
Hopefully.
I got some good luck on the internet dice. I'm not
To
gonna lie.
play again, insert $.
But that's your action. You have a bonus action and movement.
I'm all right. I will move a little bit closer back to my original spot behind this little rock
All
and
right.
crouch down. But I'm
Little
still
Rock, Arkansas?
I'm
That's what I was
still
gonna
a
say too.
disguised as a harvester.
Okay.
You moved to Arkansas?
Azazel, you're up.
Alrighty. It's on the ground now, so I'm just gonna hit it with another. Oop! I need to select myself. With another a booming blade.
All right, make your attack
So-
roll.
Yep. And as I'm making that attack roll once again, Pepper will do a little sweep, probably like try to fake a peck at his eye, and as he goes to bite, he'll just like whoop away and get back over here.
Swordbird.
He lashes out and tries to bite, leaving an opening in his neck where you go. And that you take that as your moment to strike at it.
Ooh.
Nice, a 22 to hit.
Definitely
Love
hits.
it.
Roll for damage.
Damage.
Love to see.
Nice, 8 points of piercing damage. and he's once again sheathed in the booming energy.
The booming energy. Of course.
And I'll have that be the end of my turn, and then Pepper will hold another help action.
All right. Trovik, you're up.
Ooh. Okay, so I see this thing land now at this point. Arrow goes by me, bear, and
Bear's
lots
holding
of
its
things are going on.
Bear's holding it ass down. Orn is clinging to a bloody shoulder. Azazel
Tasty.
stabbing it in the neck, while
Yeah.
an owl's kind of like pestering it and poking it in the eyes. And you're just standing there going, okay, how do I want to do this?
Yeah. I'm like, okay, big guy, you had chance. Now it is. I must ask you a question. And swing another. Oh God, I'm so scared to do this every time. Come on, great axe. I'm going to give it a try. I have got the worst lines. Come on. Oh wait. Right. Raging. So.
You get a bonus to the damage roll.
Right. Let's do it. What is that? Is that a 20? That's a 20!
Natural
Natural
20.
Womp, 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 womp,
So,
womp.
like last time, you will do the maximum amount of damage
It's a lot of damage.
and then re-roll the dice, but do not add the modifier twice.
Okay.
That's so much damage.
Oh, okay. So, I'm just gonna roll crit hit on this and see
Okay.
what it does. I'll take it. That's nice. Yeah, that's cool. Does that work? 22 damage?
22. That's just from the axe attack?
That's just from the X. But I really don't have any other.
Hang on. Let me.
Oh yeah, rage bonus.
You
It's
do get a
plus
rage
2.
bonus. Plus 2?
So 24.
Oh!
Trovik, how do you want to do this?
Yes! I panic and I'm like, I must ask you a question, and then I'm like raised and I forget the question, and I just cut his head off.
It kind of just looks up at you as you're like, I have to ask you a question, and it just looks at, what stupid question do you need to ask?
I'm like, oh yeah, and that's what I'm like. I said X.
And you bisect its face as you carve the axe in its head, and it just implants into its skull. And you just force it in as it kind of starts cracking and splitting, and it just immediately just the wings kind of like waver about, fall to the ground, and its body goes lifeless.
Yes.
The tail kind of just.
Oh my goodness.
Swing X back on shoulder.
Now we're officially out of combat, right?
We're officially.
I will condescendingly pretend to look at a watch and be like, oh, look at that, less than a minute.
I'm gonna walk out from behind the rock, and I'm gonna take while I'm behind the rock, I take down the disguise, so I come back out as Zilri, and I want to like, I want to shoot a crossbow. I still want to shoot a crossbow into this guy's face and be like, "Nice job, team! We really did it."
As a bear, as I see her like come out from behind the rock, I'll like go over and like nudge her, with my snout and just be like,
Zorro.
Zorro's just like pushing.
Nice work, buddy.
Orin's still
Oh,
on top of the shoulder,
Yeah.
just digging in.
I'll come out of the wild shape.
Oh.
Either as she's shooting the crossbow or just like after it. Be like, it is already down. There's no need for excess violence.
Yeah, we did a great job, team. Really. That
Where
that was
did
wow.
you go?
You saw
Wow,
that?
Trovik. Yeah, I did.
This-
Man, that was crazy.
Way better. Let's see fucking loser at bar with orc arm.
Oh, that orc guy?
Let's see him
Forget
do-
him.
Excuse me, do not dodge my question. Where were you?
Zorro, you got a little manticore blood on you there, buddy. Just a little bit. You might want to.
Yes, it's
clean
natural.
up just a-
Please answer.
You guys did great. You did a great job. Oh, harvesters, Magda, whatever. You guys can come out now. It's all clear. It's all good.
Marugame and a few of the other harvesters kind of emerge from behind the rocks. That was awesome. I never want to see one of those things again. Well, good job, guys. Everybody's cool. Everybody's great. Yeah. She kind of like checks up on all her troop. Well, you really did it. You made sure nobody got hurt, except for you guys, it seems. And she looks over at Trovik, who's a little bit worse for wear,
bro.
But you're still alive. That's always a plus. All right. Before
so
anything
are
else,
you. That's the big plus.
Yeah, definitely. All thanks to you guys. But let's not linger too much longer than we have to. We're gonna finish collecting our stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And like I was mentioning to you guys, we came across something. This is weird. I've never seen this. Have at it. Maybe you'll find something, whatever you're looking for. And she kind of like, okay, let's get this out. Let's get this back on the road before we have to deal with anything else. And she kind of like quickly goes to start helping some of them so they can leave.
I will. I'll begin to start like scribbling stuff in my notebook like a madman. And Pepper, who has been sitting on Zilri's shoulder since the battle ended, now kind of flies over to my shoulder, and we'll go back to the area that the manticore came from to see if we can find a nest, so we can look around, poke around, do some investigating type stuff, figure out what's what, who's who, if there's like any evidence of other manticores, other random creatures that this thing has dealt with, anything of the sort that might help push me in the right direction.
Okay.
As you sort of go over and do that, you just sort of like see this shadow come like over you as Zorl, as I'm going over to join you, and I say, it's dead. How are we going to find more like it now?
Well, sometimes asking questions to the thing can be really good, but sometimes questions can be answered just by what's around. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to ask this thing's residents some questions that it probably wasn't going to answer anyway. It was pretty dead set on eating and killing us. It was not a pleasant thing.
Yeah, Azazel, Zorl's right. I thought we were looking for a tall, peachy-colored lizard.
Yeah, well, there's more than one terrible creature in the world, probably. This was a step, but I feel like any step forward is at least a step. You have to learn to do the two-step before you can learn to tango, if you know what I'm saying.
I don't.
I got you, man.
Orn
Their
popped
dance
up
is big guy.
when it heard you say something about a peach-colored lizard, and once you called it a terrible creature, he's just staring you down, dripping with
God, I gotta
like
quit saying
manticore
this
blood.
stuff in front of Orn.
I'll look at Zilri and go, "Oh, you're here now."
And I just chuck you on the shoulder and go, "Man, Zorl, I love our banter." And I walk over closer to Azazel. Like, so, investigating? There was something to be investigated?
Yeah. As we're walking, I'll be like, "Hey, I saw you try. It's okay. Like, don't worry too much about it. He's an interesting one."
Thanks, man. I was really hoping nobody would see, but I'm kind of glad that you did.
Pepper then hops over from my shoulder to Zilri's and just kind of like rubs his feathery head on her chin.
Aww. Thanks, little guy. Yeah, let's figure this thing out. I'm not sure why you need to investigate this thing, Azazel, other than just being an upstanding guy, but I'm here to help. Where I can.
Well, that's reason enough.
I'm going to walk away from this and like kind of start to, I don't know, like try and bury this thing, and like as I do, just sort of like do some like rites and some druid craft and like cover it in like dirt and plants and stuff.
Okay. So you're attempting to bury this unseen creature in whatever burial, in the spot that it is right now, forming rites.
To Trovik's going to see this real quick and start urinating on it.
Oh no.
And then
On it? While I'm eating it? Bruh. Orin's not happy.
just at the base of it, like, might kill, like, and then, like, dig up the urinated dirt and just rub it in his bite marks.
Hold. Stop. Stop what I'm doing if I see this. And just look at Trovik. And look at Zilri.
Just give him a nod, like,
and
hey.
just you.
So if I have a handle on this situation right now, Azazel and Zilri walked away to go look for other clues while Trovik is taking a leak on the creature's corpse and Orin is still eating it. As Zorl is attempting to try to bury it.
In my defense, I stepped away for like a minute, so I didn't. But yeah, sure, I'll commit to the bit.
Zilri doesn't like that one bit.
Oh.
But,
okay.
Yeah.
We'll start with Zorl. How do you react to this?
You all lack honor and respect. This thing may not have been a known creature. It was still a living being. It spoke. It had a mind. Deserves a proper burial and not to be desecrated. I can't blame the lizard for eating. That's what the lizard does. But you should know better.
The way I come from, we slaughter everybody, and then we take piss on graves. It is orc way of honoring formidable foes.
The orcs from my mountain were more honorable than that. You are no orc.
Ew.
Zazzle, I see this getting bad very quickly.
Yeah, I feel like clues are gonna have to wait a little bit.
Should we do something? Should we break this up?
Let's keep our distance, but then if Trovik starts to swing, then we gotta do something.
Okay. All right. You take Trovik. I'll take Zorl.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I can do that. So we're gonna like stop and like turn around and watch this and like
popcorn.
The two of you kind of stand maybe a few feet away.
And then I'll just be like, I cannot believe that we are the voices of reason here. This is a troop of madmen.
Yeah, this never happens to me. Super weird. But yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trovik will just respond just rubbing the blood off his axe and just rubbing everything into his bite marks at this point, and he's just like, I am going to let that one slide. But next time, we will have more than just words to exchange, my friend. And he just goes back to rubbing stuff into his wounds.
I walk away. Immediately stop what I'm doing and just go away.
All right.
Oh, I see Zorl walk away. Oh, I don't like that at all. I want to use Unseen Servant to finish burying the thing for him.
Oh.
Can I do that?
It would take a long time to do.
Can't. Oh, because it has to stay near me. Yeah, I can't walk off and let it do the thing.
Even if it was doing the work for you, it can only do so much. It would take quite a while.
Aw, an hour's worth. Yeah. All right.
You'd probably have to resummon it a few times.
Yeah, I guess I'd do nothing. Oh, I'm just sad, Zorl. That was sad.
Oh, jeez.
At least they didn't fight.
Where does Zorl walk off to, anyway? In what direction is Zorl walking?
just like if we're still like in our similar positions, like on either side of the creature, as we were in the fight, then I just sort of like walk, like as far as I can away from Trovic, like the opposite direction of him.
Okay.
Okay.
And when Orn gets full and then hops off and takes a rest.
All right. You want to take a bit of a short rest?
Yeah, I'm nice and full and happy.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, that lizard can eat anything, huh?
Yeah. Stomach of steel, that one.
It definitely has a peculiar taste to it, Orn. It's nothing it's not like fish or even some of the meat that you've bought or procured in Semyaza itself.
Ooh, exotic.
It's almost like, you know how some people say like when they have wild game and it's like, oh, it's very gamey. This kind of takes it to a whole nother level.
Super game.
Super game. I was gonna say, while you were first attempting to bury it, Zorro, I was gonna get you to make what was it? An animal handling check for me.
Okay.
As you were when you were doing your first attempted burial.
Handling that dead animal.
Sure. It's just a 10.
Yeah, even when you were moving the body, fighting this creature and whatnot, there were definitely elements of it that seemed like regular animals, but it was just off. There was something off about it. And before we continue to the next part, we're going to take a quick break. Bathroom break, snack break, food break, beer break, water break. Water, not beer. Alcohol's not good for the focus when you're screeching.
There's water in it.
Yeah.
There is water in it. Especially if you have some of the, what did I call it again? The tar sap. The orc tar sap. There's water in it. Maybe not a lot.
I don't believe you.
All right, guys, stick around. We'll be right back in about 5-10 minutes. And don't forget, we're rolling for extra life. So any natural ones rolled are $1 towards the extra life fundraiser. If you hear this sound,
Dodge tail! Dodge tail!
that's your cue to empty your wallet. All right, we'll be
say-
back.
Your money.
Sure.
All that you got.
Bye. We'll be back.
Ah! Hey, what happened to the stream?
Damn you guys.
Where's the D&D?
Stay tuned, adventurers. We'll be right back.
Oh, I get it. Pee break.
And we're back. Hope everybody had enough time to grab their popcorn.
Their popcorn?
Popcorn.
So, we come back to the situation at hand. A bit of a disagreement between Trovic and Zorro. And Zorro has chosen to walk away for the time being while Orn finishes feasting on a section of one of its upper arms and sits and now is satisfied. And Azazel and Zilri kind of stand from a glance just like trying to discern how they should address the situation at hand. With the harvesters and Marugame within the vicinity, just finishing up and collecting the last bits of ingredients before they sit back. So is there any last things that anybody would like to do? Say or otherwise?
Yeah, I'd like to actually go and do the investigation thing I wanted to do. I'm not good with interpersonal conflicts. I'm just gonna do that. I'm not much of a mediator. I'm gonna go do some looking.
All right, make a perception check for me.
Oh gosh, perception. I'm gonna use a real die for this one.
Mm-hmm.
17.
17. You look back at the large series of boulders. I'm not sure if any of you can see my little icon on the map, but in the general area where it first presented itself on the higher boulders, you look up and see a bit of a section that kind of sits inward on the hillside. You walk up the side of the hill on top of the boulder. It's not too difficult. It is a bit steep, and you do see a large cave opening just above the boulder itself. Like a recess into this massive hill.
Yeah, let's see what that does.
Just walking off the ledge into the opening itself, the entryway is large enough to allow this creature to come in and out. And as large as it is, it's not too inward. It's enough for it to just sleep, you assume.
Mm-hmm.
But inside you do see it's dark, damp, smells of death. There are very faint, maybe old bloodstains kind of scattered about. You do see a handful of what looks like the remains of bones off in a corner. And it does kind of smell like shit a little bit too.
Talks like a man, still lives like a beast. That's real great.
But that's just from first glance. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll try and do like a search of the whole cave, trying to find like peach-colored scales that might help me identify the giant lizard creature, or even like with the mangled bodies, if there's anything that would indicate like where they might have come from, if it's people from the nearby village, or if it might just be like random animals nearby. Anything that might give me more information about this creature's nature or any of its relations to the other creatures that might be in the area.
Okay, make an investigation check for me.
I'll do that. Ooh, a natural 18 for 22.
22. You sift through parts of the chamber at a time, looking at a lot of the dried blood. It's hard to tell off the bat, but you do get some crimsons, some purples, some darker oranges. Could amount to any humanoids, any natural beasts, or any of the more exotic creatures of the area. You get to the point where, like, at the back section, you can tell where the creature tends to lay for the night. There's almost a bit of like a strawed bramble nest that's put together. There doesn't seem to be much in it. You find like a couple of old bits of armor that have been torn to shreds.
Torn?
I would say torn. I'd say going through little bits of the clothing, remnants of clothing and whatnot, you'd find it about 32 gold and 47 silver in terms of anything of value. But some of the material itself you have seen before. Like you do find like a torn up cloak, a bit of like an oaky green. And you've seen a few of the residents in Boamar that have worn these ones before. You get to the piles of refuse. Maybe not so much the excrement, but some of the bones. It's hard to tell at first glance, but going through them, there is a mixture of humanoid bones of varying size and beasts. Possibly wolves, possibly panthers. You'd have to really, really look into them, and some of them are fairly old.
Yeah, I figured. I kind of feel like that's all I'm gonna glean. Like I wasn't searching for like some sort of creature conspiracy here, but it at least shows that this guy was a definite threat to the area. I'm gonna pocket that money. I'm gonna keep it to myself since I paid the bar tab. Drinking.
Fair enough.
So I'll keep it to myself for now. Well, no, actually, I will take. I have 32 gold, and I have 4 friends. I'll take 12 pieces of that gold to divide amongst my friends, and I'll keep the other 20 to myself.
Okay.
So I'll give my friends each 3 gold when I come out, because I'm just too darn nice.
Fair enough.
Horn doesn't understand what it is. It like tastes it. It's like, I don't know what to do with this.
Oh, you don't do money? She doesn't. They don't do money.
Oh,
Okay.
fish, bro. It's all about the fish. You know, it's all about the base. That's what
The
she
bass.
was talking about.
It's all about the bass.
I'll take Orin's 3 gold back and put them back with my
It's all
gold.
about the bass.
All right. Anyone else like to do anything? So I would say, Zazel, that thing was was a threat to anything nearby, anything living. The only clue that you would have found was some of the old cloaks of the hunters. That the only identifiable piece, let's say, would have been the cloaks from the hunters of Boamar.
Right.
Trovik, Zilri, and Zorl. Do the 3 of you want to do anything in particular?
If nobody's okay, Trovik will look down at the axe and feel all the urinated mud now in his skin, doing what he thinks it's supposed to do, and because mud, and he thinks for a second and kind of like, yeah, stupid orc, and feels kind of bad about arguing with Zorl because he's trying to be a better person, and he'll look to see if anybody's looking, and then he'll slowly start digging up some dirt with his axe and shoveling it on, just kind of
in a pile.
Yeah, trying to bury.
Okay.
The thing.
It definitely will take a bit of time, especially considering you're using an axe, not a shovel. But you see, the rest of you see Trovik attempting to dig into the earth with this axe, assumably taking up what Zorro was doing previously.
Oh, that's sweet. Azazel, did you see that over there?
It's progress is definitely what it is. Boy, just conflicting personality types. It's tricky.
Wait, where is Zorl?
That's a great question. Zorl! Big guy. Tree speaker.
Do you want to send Pepper and see if he's just around, behind one of these big boulders or something?
Yeah, I'll do that. Pepper will do a quick lap, and I'll see through Pepper's eyes for a hot sec.
Okay. Zorl, are you attempting to hide away from the others, or are you just out of earshot, let's say? Or eyesight?
No, I'm just sort of out of eyesight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not attempting to hide. I'm just sort of if you was just sitting down by some rocks and just sort of meditatively,
So Pepper kind of flies off a little bit, maybe about a few dozen feet away. Zazel, I've spotted Zorl. He seems to be meditating. Shall I arouse him?
Rouse?
No, actually, I'll take care of that. You can come back here now, and I'll pop out of his eyes and I'll approach the area where Zoril is, but I won't get all the way. I'll get about like 100 feet from him, and I'll take out a little copper wire and like wrap it around my finger, and then I'll whisper into it as I cast the message cantrip, and I'll just say, "Hey there, buddy. I know you're meditating, but we're about to head out now, so I just wanted to see if you were cool coming back now."
I will follow you. But I do not trust these who are with us. And I do not think you should either.
I'll cast it again. Yeah, trust isn't really the name of the game, but I think they're good people, misguided at the worst. I think you're a good person too. You just hold yourself to your own standards, and I appreciate that.
Don't say anything back. Just slowly get up and, and like walk back to the group.
Beep. To reply, press 1.
All right, Zoril eventually rejoins the rest of the group as everyone kind of convenes a few dozen feet away from the carcass of this unknown creature. Okay, Marugame kind of chimes in. All right, guys, you figured out whatever you needed to figure out with that thing?
Well, we at least figured out everything we were going to figure out.
Right. Okay. Well, if there's nothing left to do here, let's get back to town. You can see that you can. At this point, it's about late afternoon. Late afternoon, approaching evening. The sun is getting lower. I'd like to get back before it gets dark. And she kind of starts leading the group as a whole back westward in the same direction of Semyaza. It doesn't take as long to reconvene, but it does take about 2-3 hours of walking, and it's quiet enough. Don't encounter anything too dangerous on the way back. You do come across like the odd beast here and there, but they seem to leave you well alone enough. You venture back and see on the outskirts the horizon of Semyaza itself. As you see a handful of people kind of walking through the plated roadway, and as you venture back into Semyaza. All right, well, awesome. And she kind of looks at... Okay, well, she looks at you, Azazel. Well, you originally talked to me first, so give me about 40 minutes? I'll come give you your payment. I'll just get all my other stuff collected and ready to go, and I'll come pay you guys.
Should we go back to the ferry then?
The ferry?
Yeah, the drowned ferry, the bar.
Oh, the sunken ferry. Sure, if that's what you want.
Ferry.
If that's where you want to meet, I'll meet you there.
Yeah, I think we'll do that.
Awesome. Okay. All right, good work, everybody. Let's pack it in, and I think we need a good drink too. And they kind of start heading inward more into the city, leaving the rest of you to do as you so choose. You want to make your way back to the sunken ferry?
Yeah.
Drink sounds good to me.
Yep.
All right.
I'll probably check in on, go home and check in on Duxia.
Oh, yeah.
Check in on the Orn Hub.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy. So, Orn leads you all back to their living space, where a lot more of the lizard folk have returned as the day is slowly cresting into night. You do see Doxia kind of bemused, sitting at the table, head in hand, just watching as a couple of the lizard folk are speaking in well, in more draconic tongue than common tongue. At least 2 of them. A handful of them are kind of just lounging about, keeping to themselves. And she's just like, she hears you all and she's like, oh, thank goodness, someone's back. So, how'd it go? Please tell me we can leave.
Killed it.
Did any of us grab the head of that thing?
Nope.
I'll be right back. No,
Would that have been something that you wanted to do prior to?
I wouldn't have lugged that thing back. Someone else could.
I would have carried it back. I think Trovik definitely would.
It's quite large.
Retro it. Yeah, he would have dragged it back.
Boy, I just don't know if Zora would like that.
Oh shit! I see the face already.
Should we say just keep it as is for now to avoid any further conflict?
No, Trovik would have dragged it with him for sure. He would have brought it with him.
Okay, so before you all left and decided to leave, Trovik beheaded the creature and carried its disembodied head with it, leaving the remainders of its carcass just to sit there in the heap in the rock field.
Oh, this isn't gonna go well. Okay.
And that's what happens before we walk back.
I'm not
And that's what happens
3 hours later.
3 hours later, there is
Now we're here.
an awkward silence as tension just looms in the air. Murugame would have pointed out that's pretty gross. But, hey, I get it. Trophies. Kill trophies. Sure, just...
This one gets it.
But I don't think it would be a good idea to... Oh, you know what? We're already this far. Don't... Be mindful. People are going to probably stare when we get back to town. And that's all she says of it. But... You guys make your way. You do get a few odd and cringy looking stares from some of the guards and a few onlookers as you're carrying this disembodied head. Upon arriving at Orn's household, Doxia, same position, unamused at being bored out of her mind, it seems, sees you all and then immediately sees you, Trovik, with that thing. Oh! That's what you killed.
Yes, it was very, very dangerous. It is good thing that you did not come, little flower.
I mean, we had 0 casualties. I doubt we would have suddenly had one if she was there.
I think it would have been fine, Doxy. You could have shown up and it would have been fine.
Sorry, I'm a neutral third party. That's...
I give both of you, like... Steam comes out of the nose.
Doxia,
third party.
Doxia looks at...
do not listen to these
I mean...
Trovik, no danger.
Maybe?
This holds it up. This is danger.
The other two lizard folk that are sitting in the kitchen, kind of like staring at it, and they speak to you, Orn, in Draconic. Does anybody else understand Draconic?
No.
So, wait.
Nope.
Why do I know such weird
I
language?
have dragon
Oh,
chess
wait, where
set.
are my languages?
Oh, yeah, that's why. Never mind.
Oh no. Oh no.
In your D&D Beyond, proficiencies in languages.
Mm-hmm. So, at this point, I will assume nobody else speaks Draconic, but Orn, you hear one of the other ones. Orn? What is that? Trophy? Was it kill?
And
Does it taste good?
because I have a -3 charisma, I go, no, taste bad, kill fun.
Slightly disappointing, but survival key.
Yes.
What a
Yeah,
beautiful language they have.
Yeah, the lizard folk tend to be more simplistic humanoids that speak in smaller words but get the point across.
Why waste time many word when few word do trick?
Exactly.
Thank you, Kevin.
The other one just, where you put it?
Put it in ground?
No. No. This goes with Trovik. Trovik, take it to special place here. Has debt to play. Has debt to pay.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah,
It's going to,
Trovik, buddy, I don't mean to like rain on your parade, but if you're gonna lug a skull somewhere, that thing doesn't really have staying power. It's gonna like melt before you get it anywhere special. Especially in this climate. Are you kidding me? It's bad news, man.
This is not first beast Trovik slay. Trovik, take this to man who give Trovik X.
Orin points it in a random direction and says, taxidermy!
You know the word taxidermy?
the other two lizard folks are kind of like,
It's one word.
I feel like Orin knows a lot about taxidermy.
I'm smart. I'm just not charismatic.
Yeah.
Doxia looks a little troubled. Do you think you'll like it? I mean, it'd be an interesting repayment.
Of course he'll like it.
You did use the axe outside of the town like he wanted, so...
I told him I would protect town for X. Please.
Okay.
Listen, I don't think this man's on like your like level. I don't think that's really his thing. I don't think he likes getting payments in severed heads. I was about to say, never mind. Don't worry about it.
Where I come from, head.
Yeah, that's what
Choose your words carefully.
Where I come from, trophy is payment.
Well, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Phrasing.
And she can.
I'm not gonna stop you. I'm just saying I'm not stopping you from getting arrested this time.
Well, Zoxia kind of like looks at you as, what should we do now?
Take head to Axeman.
I feel like he wants to take the head to the Axeman. We might as well let
I
him.
need a drink.
All right.
And get plenty of vodka.
Sure. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Why not?
Yes. Lizard friend, fish ale.
Then Orin invites all of the other lizards to the sunken ferry.
Two of them, the two that were sitting at the table talking, they're kind of like, they're kind of just sniffing about. Okay.
And Orin says in Draconic that all the drinks are on Azazel.
They look at, they're not sure who Azazel is, but you see the two of them kind of look at all of you, a little confused. All right.
Are they?
We consume salmon beer. Salmon beer. Salmon beer. Salmon beer. You hear the third one that was kind of just lounging out in another room. Salmon beer. And the other one kind of comes in. Salmon beer.
I love it.
And now you have 3 lizard folk that are now joining you at the bar.
Awesome. Awesome.
The Sunken Ferry is now hosting a family reunion.
So, Where do you want
I
to go
have to
first?
leave. I have to leave.
You just okay. Zoral just leaves the house.
Oh no.
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 No, Ryan has to leave after hearing that shit. No, I'm still here. Let's continue.
So, okay, do you guys want to go back to the blacksmith first to drop off the severed head of this creature, or do you want to go to the sunken ferry first?
I tell
bringing
the
with
group-
you
Yeah.
the severed head of this
A
creature.
part of me really doesn't want to stop, but I'm too curious
I
now.
I can meet you. It's okay. I will catch up.
All right.
Yeah, okay, best of luck. I'm gonna go to the bar and get us a table.
Oh, I'm so torn.
We'll go with Azazel to the bar.
Orin
I'm gonna go with Azazel.
Yeah, Orin's also gonna follow him since I said that all the drinks are on him.
Oh, yeah, good plan.
Trovic's
All right, so
well, buddy, it's just you and me. I look at Xoro and smile.
No, I said I was going with.
Oh, okay.
So, Trovic, it's just you and Doxia, and she's
Hey.
like, all right, I'll come with you to the blacksmith to bring
See,
this.
this is part of the adventure that you are here for. This is the. Look, I will.
I've been
Let me
waiting for
show
these
you.
two to be unsupervised.
Poor Doxy's been sitting at Orin's house for hours, and now Trovic's like, "This is the adventure. We go to the blacksmith. Let's go."
Yeah.
She does not know what to do and how to deal with this, but she's like, all right, let's go. Let's hope this turns out well. All right. I think the blacksmith was this way. And she's like, come on, Trovic. Bring the head with you.
Yes.
While the rest of you head in the opposite direction to the sunken ferry. And let's make this interesting. Let's go with Trovic and Doxia first.
Okay.
The two of you walk through the streets at nighttime. There are lanterns and torch lamps that are now lit and giving you a view of the nightly streets. It's not as busy as it was during the day, but there are a handful of people out and about. There are, as it is a rough and tumble town, there are people just polluting the streets with their stupidity, we'll say, and their antics.
So walking and talking, I will just ask her like, so how was Orin Cave?
I'll be quite honest, it was rather boring. They only spoke in whatever language they spoke, and yeah, I sat there for the moment I stepped foot to the moment you guys arrived. They gave me some water and some leftover fish heads.
This good, yes.
They were okay. I had a few nibbles here and there from whatever was left on the bones, but
Did you get Beth?
I did not get bath. They don't really have a bath. They just, sit around, lounge about, eat, drink, and talk in a strange language that I don't understand. So it was very uneventful. I'm happy to be back here, but now I'm questioning whether this was just as equally as...
Pat her on the
Okay,
head and I say, I'm sorry, little one. We will get you Beth. Trovic promise. Best Beth ever.
At this point, I'm just happy. I'm willing to go jump in.
Let's go trade this head in.
Okay, let's go. You guys are right.
By head, I mean trophy.
Make a. Oh, jeez. I'm not even sure what to make this. I'm gonna say make a general charisma check for me.
Oh wow. Okay. That's
So good.
Oh boy. That's 4.
4. You are eagerly just carrying this. It requires you to carry it in both your hands. And Doxia is just kind of like walking like, oh god, as people are calling out and shouting out, a handful of like instant yelps as they turn around and see like this minotaur walking the street with a giant severed head of some sort of creature. And some people are like, holy shit, look at that thing! That thing's got that. What the? It's just like gasps and a few of the guards start kind of like tailing you guys.
Oh shit.
Excuse me. And there's like 3 of them just
Drop head, turn around.
Yeah, it's like a splat.
Yeah.
Oh jeez. Hi.
How can this one help you, gentlemen, of this fine night?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get straight to the point. What the hell is that?
This is Trophy. Trovik promised man of axe to protect town outside of town. So Trovik go outside of town, protect town, bring back proof that Trovik orc of word.
He was given an axe. They went outside the town, killed this thing, and now he's gonna give the head to the guy that gave him the axe. Oh, is that all? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Is that all?
Okay.
Oh, now that you say that.
I'm aware of yours and your situations, but dragging around a severed head of, I'm not even going to ask what it was or why it looks the way it is. Just, where is it you're bringing this?
I'm taking it to X-Men.
Okay, and it's like, pick it up, and the guard is like, gesturing, just take it, please. And they're at this point, they're escorting you very rapidly to wherever it is you're trying to go.
You don't have to push Trovik. I know where I'm going.
2 more guards kind of like join in, the 3 of them.
You come to look at Trophy too?
No,
Look,
that's pretty gross. Oh god, it's starting to sting.
I can make it talk. Look.
Oh please, sir, just stop doing that.
Guys,
You're grossing out us and the people.
Please.
No, we're gonna get you to where you need to go so you can drop off this thing, and we don't have to worry about the time. Don't worry, folks. It's just a trophy. Nothing to be alarmed. Just get back to your drunkenness, and we'll deal with this. Come on, let's go. Come on. They're like literally hurrying you to this blacksmith. Was this the location? And they kind of like pointed out. And Doxy is just like, yes, I think this was the one. Great. And they kind of like push you guys inside the door, and then they just wait outside.
Hello, X-Men.
It's kind of quiet, and you see the same dwarf that's kind of just starting to close up and put everything away. Oh god, it's you again.
You there. Hey, look what I brought you.
Oh my god, what is that?
This is trophy for you. This is payment. First down payment for trophy.
That's not what I had in mind. That's not what I had in mind when I gave you the axe. I told you to go outside.
No.
Dude.
No. Trovik give you trophy. You give Trovik axe. You keep trophy from Trovik.
Doxy's just like, please take it. He's not gonna go away unless you take it. And the dwarf is just like, oh, for the love of all the...
Sometimes she's wrong, but this time she's right.
He literally walks away into the back room. You see the curtain just kind of like sway for a moment. And you hear like a loud,
Okay, we're going to just leave it here then and take your...
don't
agreement.
drop it on the... He kind of comes with a large blanket. Mm-hmm. And he puts it out on the floor, and it's not big enough to cover, but it's at least big enough to kind of hold it in place.
Yes.
Just put it on the blanket and leave.
Listen, friend said about...
That's fine. I don't care what they said. Just put it on the blanket and leave.
Something about taxidermies. So, do...
You what? Normally you need the whole body for a taxidermy.
No? I don't know. Take payment.
Trovik, I think we should just leave it and do what he says and let's go, because this thing smells...
Man, Trovik not upset.
Yes. Thank you so much.
And shake on it.
Leave, please. He's starting to get agitated.
Yeah, okay, I get it. This is good conversation. I will see you next time.
It's fantastic. Please don't. Yes, I'll see you. I'll see you on the streets.
Okay.
Just leave the head there. I will gladly accept the trophy for the axe. It's great payment. Awesome job. Thank you for protecting our town. Get the fuck out of my smithy, please. He's just like panicking at this moment and frustrated.
Yes.
Okay, Trovik, just drop it here on this blanket.
Yes. Okay. All right. Have farewell, good man, tonight.
Yes, have a great night, and don't come back now.
That was a little rude, and I walk out.
So you and Doxie walk out. You immediately hear the doors lock behind you. What the fuck am I gonna do with this thing?
I feel good about that, little fella.
The guards are standing outside by the door. Okay, great. Have you dropped off the head?
Yes.
Cool. Maybe where are you headed next? Some of us can help you go.
Plenty of vodka.
Awesome. Some of my men, just guide them to the bar, please. Make sure they don't get me in more trouble and piss off the wrong people. 3 of the guards just look at each other. Oh God. So 3 of them start escorting the 2 of you. And as you start leaving the blacksmith, you hear that same guard starts knocking on the door. Sir, this is the couturier. We're gonna try and talk you through this. We have questions.
Oh,
the
poor
3
guy
guards
become a hostage situation.
You gather it's not so much a hostage situation, and more so they feel bad and they want to ease his suffering. But the 3 couturiers guide you to the bar.
Thank you.
That you want to go to. The rest of you make your way to the Sunken Ferry. It's almost as lively as it was a few hours back when you were there. There are a few more open tables, as a lot of the crowd itself is kind of pushed a few of them aside, and almost having like, how do I put this? A wrestling. They've kind of set up like a wrestling ring in the middle of the bar. Where you see like this human going up against this dwarven woman, and they're like just they're like grappling each other, and just like the dwarven woman kind of like kicks the guy in the shin. He's like, oh, and she tackles him to the ground and puts him in an arm lock, and he's just like, oh, God damn it! And everybody's just cheering loudly and having a grand old time. But there are a handful of open tables if you like.
Yeah, we're taking a table.
Yeah.
I'm not wrestling.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys pick a table. Eventually, one of the barmaids kind of ventures over. Oh, hello. I remember you guys from earlier. I'm about to end my shift, but I can get you at least 1 round before I head out. Anything in particular?
Yeah, I'd like a whiskey and make the first round a double. That'd be great.
Double whiskey? Okay.
I'll have what he's having.
Make that 2. The 2 lizard folk are just like, salmon beer, salmon beer, salmon beer. Okay, the lizards want some salmon beer. All right, so, and she looks and she's like, 4 of them? As she points to the 4 lizard folk, including Orn. All right. She looks up at you, Zoral. Anything for yourself?
Just ale.
All right. She kind of thinks, I think I remember what you got last time, but... Okay, she steps away.
After she leaves, I'll be like, Oren, I recall you don't really use money. Are you and your friends like going to use fish to pay for this, or...?
Horn points to you.
One of the lizard folk kind of is like,
Softskins usually pay for us, so long as we fight. It's fun to fight sometimes, if we win. Yes, Softskins give us metal coins that they use to barter for beer.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna ask you to fight. I guess your drinks are on me. Oh.
They kind of just look at you and nod. It's hard to tell when they are smiling or frowning or showing any sort of emotion, as they are... The concept is alien to them. But the barmaid eventually comes back. Okay, and she gives you gives you the double whiskeys, the 4 salmon ales, and Zoral, she gives you something akin to what you had originally. It is a bit of like a berry ale, but this time it's a little bit sweeter than the previous one. If there's anything you guys like to discuss or do, otherwise, Trovik and Doxia will join you.
How long between us getting our first drink and them joining us?
I would say about 15 minutes, give or take.
Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna be as drunk as
You can definitely be a little bit in the sauce by the time they show up. But you do see, as they arrive, Doxia and Trovik arrive without the head, but escorted by 3 of the couturiers. And are kind of looking about. Doxia points and points to your direction, and they're like, the couturier kind of just gesture to go sit with them, and then they leave.
You boys are doing great work.
That
one of
like
them kind of just waves and saunters off before he leaves
you guys
the bar.
get into trouble? You guys didn't get arrested, did you?
No, but we definitely caught the eyes of everyone in town.
You should have seen the look on X-Men's face. Very pleased. Very happy.
Yeah.
This was good, yes.
I bet.
Doxia kind of like, I think she probably would have situated herself between Zilri and Trovik, and she looks over, she kind of whispers to Zilri, he was not happy. But yes, we dropped off the head, and here we are. The local guard were happy enough to escort us, and she says this sheepishly.
Well, we did a good job today. I say we've earned ourselves a little bit of drink, a little bit of revelry.
Revelry.
Here.
We're going to celebrate what we did.
Oh no.
I mean,
Celebrate what we did, not how we did it. If that makes sense.
Oh.
Because of us, people didn't have to die, and because of us, we probably saved more lives down the line. That doesn't mean we have to be proud of how we did. But when you survive something like that, you sometimes can celebrate just being alive.
I will concede to that.
I am very curious, though. That thing was terrifying just by looking at it. But what did the rest of it look like? And she says this almost like she doesn't want to follow through with it, but just like went with it.
Orange shudders. Ugh.
We'll describe it as like it had a large lion body and bat wings, scorpion tail.
What?
Laser pins.
It had the body of a lion, but dragon wings?
What are laser beams?
Pins.
She said pins.
Beans.
Someone wants to make an insight check on Doxia. She kind of looks like she's staring into space now.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. Let's take a looky at that. That's a 15.
15?
Insight.
A passive insight.
I need to stop
Dirty
with
20.
virtual dice.
Dirty 20.
I'd say anybody who rolled, or anyone who has a passive insight of 12 or higher, you definitely can see that she is very much disturbed at the fact that it's like, oh, this creature had, that thing that you brought in was attached to the body of a lion and this amalgamation of different creatures, and she's a little bit disturbed and disappointed. but mostly disturbed.
Yeah, sorry, Doxia. I don't want to make tonight too much shop talk. I'd rather just, maybe learn a bit more about each other, get a little closer, maybe sort of make us want to kill each other a little less. But is that something that you're familiar with at all? Is that something that you heard about or you might have even seen in passing at some point? I mean, it's pretty big.
Then she kind of shakes her head. No. Why would we want to kill each other? But no, I have not seen that before. I've seen some weird animals, like the ones that Nesbitt had in his caravans, but nothing like that. I think that's the biggest thing I've seen that resembles that, whatever that is. And she kind of starts staring blankly into space again, and then it's just like, you know what? I think tonight I'm gonna try this alcohol you guys have been talking about. And she kind of starts waving down. Alcohol lady.
Yes.
One alcohol, please.
Yeah.
One drug.
At this point, a different barmaid comes over. Dwarvish woman. Yes. Oh, look at you. You're a motley crew. I've never seen. Are you the one that the town has been talking about? Yes. I'm a Leon and I'm not native here. Do you have alcohol? Oh yes, we have lots of alcohol. What do you like? What do you want? We have ales, we have wines, we have brewskis, we have whiskeys, we have brew. I don't care. I want something. And she, okay. And she looks at her. How old are you? Old enough that I want to try this. Okay, don't be so feisty, all right? I'll grab you something.
No, this is where it starts. This is where it starts.
She leaves. Before she leaves, she waits a moment. Does anybody else want anything else while I'm grabbing for your table?
Vodka.
More.
All right. Susan gave me the order for your last order, so I'll get another one. And then as Doxia kind of just like, oh my god, she's looking down for a moment. I would say she probably leans into either between Azazel and Zilri as being the closest one next to her and be like, should I actually get her something else? Or what should I get her? She looks a little bit distraught. I don't know how old she is. I don't know the Leonids.
Do you have like fruit juice or something that might taste like alcohol?
She thinks for a moment. Yes, I do. she leaves. Oh my god.
What is wrong, little flower? Why? You should be happy. We are back, and now it is party time.
Oh no! Don't get me wrong. I'm happy you're all alive, and she looks at Trovik. Actually, Trovik, you look pretty messed up. Did you? You were in a fight.
Yes, Trovik almost died. This is why I tell
That's
you
not
to
good.
come with group. That adventure bad. This adventure good.
Okay. Yeah. Eventually the barmaid comes back and she gives everybody the drink. She puts like a slender glass, a cleared glass in front of Doxia, and she's like, here, this is a little bit of a lighter. And she's like, great. And she just grabs it and just chugs it. And she's like, that was actually pretty good. I'll take another one. Okay. She looks at the rest of you. All right, I'll grab you another one. She leaves and comes back. Throughout the night, Doxia has like at least two or three. I would say three by the time, and she's starting to get a little tired.
Yes.
And she's like, and the crowd itself is they're still having a time of their lives as they're still doing this whole wrestling ring in the middle of the tavern. And eventually the other three lizard folk get up and they're like, and they get excited and they start joining in, and you see one of them starting to fight like another one of the orcs. And they're just like, you see their tail whipping around, and it just looks like a disaster over there. One of the chairs goes flying.
Orn taps Trovik on the shoulder and points to the ring.
Yes. Do you want me to go in there? It looks like pit of machine or something. It is not Trovik's thing. Okay, fuck it.
Trovik, you head on over to this wrestling ring, this makeshift wrestling ring. I'll say just roll me just a general, just roll me one athletics check, and we'll see how.
Why did I let myself get into this? Athletics check. Okay, sure. Here comes that shit. 12 plus 5, 17.
17. You have like a few bouts between a few of the locals, and you're just you're almost twice the size of most of the locals in itself, especially when it comes to like the dwarves. And you're just chucking people left, right, and center. A couple of them. There's at one point where a human and a half orc, decide to tag team and try and take you out, but you're like holding them at bay. They do pin you down a couple of times, but then you just immediately reverse it, and it's just an entire night. Everybody's loving it. This large red minotaur they've never seen before, just getting down and dirty with the locals, so to speak.
At some point, I'm like, and then I pissed in the dirt and rubbed it all over myself.
Oh no!
People crowd and cheering. Doxia has at some point kind of like got her head and her arms on the table. The room is spinning. I'm tired. Can we go
That's
to bed?
natural. Don't worry. We'll carry you back when we're done. Don't worry.
Would the rest of you like to do anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna like rub like the eyelid of my one good eye and just sort of lean into the table. And I was like, so about getting to know each other. I think we know about our scaly friend. I guess with you two, and I'll look at Zilri and Zoro. You guys have like family? You have people back home, or is it just like sort of a one is the loneliest number type thing?
I got a family. I got two great parents. They're not my biological parents, but they're great, and they're back in a village, just growing old and happy, and I try to send them some money from time to time.
You're adopted. Small world.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to gauge from that, but sure.
I mean, I don't like to call myself adopted. They're my parents, I haven't known any other parents, so.
There's nothing, yeah. It's not a dirty word.
They're humans, but like, they're my parents, so.
Yeah, I mean, I was raised by elves.
That's great. That's awesome. I'm a high elf myself, so I mean, like, having two human parents was great.
Yeah, I mean, my parents are high elves, and I don't mean to be too rude. Hold on, I'm gonna roll an insight. It's not that good. I'm drunk. You just look a little different. Is something I can't quite. Your ears are like a little bit shorter than my parents. It's weird.
I'm actually really sensitive about the.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
They're smaller than normal high elves' ears, but I am a high elf, Azazel. I feel like you don't believe me, but I am.
No, listen. I believe you. You put in a lot of work, and I trust you. You just. I don't know. You don't. Do you know you're like biological parents?
I heard you, Azazel. Adopted.
Oh God, I'm fighting with everyone, and I don't mean to. Oh no. Oh, listen.
Zoro, do you have any family that Azazel can tell you that you don't look enough like? Can I have another drink, please?
Look, I'm red. I want to talk about not looking like your parents.
No, I think I may be one of the only ones here, besides the lizard, who is true to who they are.
This again?
My clan is from the mountains, and we are, I have a very tight-knit group of clan members, family. We are all sort of bonded together. It's like a big family. So but we wander there. We do not live within walls like this. But I am one of the I am one of the acolytes of our faith, our connection to the natural world. They call me a tree speaker, which is kind of a step up from a novice, but not the, not the archdruid, not the plain bound. But that is why I am here. I am on a journey for myself to learn shapes of nature and make sure those within the walls are able to thrive, even though they aren't always in balance with the land. And now I am investigating with you these creatures that throw off the balance of even the natural world. Do you have by the way, do you have a direction of where to look next? We didn't get a chance to ask that creature where it was from.
Yeah, that would have been some good information to get from it. Unfortunately, it looks like we're going to have to keep looking in the same area. There's that shifty fellow that we talked to. We could always get some more information from him. Sorry to say that a divine intervention doesn't look too likely here. It's a bit more detective work and using whatever clues you get and putting it together. But I'm not really the smartest person that I know, so
I'm no judge of that. But I will ask you a question. Something that you said to me earlier. So I'm wondering... how to put this? Do you expect to survive?
Expect to survive? I don't think anyone should ever expect much of anything. Even as little as to live, but I sure hope I do. There's a few people that'd be pretty sad if I didn't, and there'd be even more people disappointed in me. And if there's one thing that Azazel Starflower doesn't want to do, it's disappoint those people.
So you say that they would trust you?
Trust me enough, I would say.
So you will survive because they trust you to. But if you want to survive, then you must trust us. Is that not true?
That is very true.
Something to consider.
Azazel just kind of takes another swig of his drink and just kind of sits there a little uncomfortable, not really sure what to say for a little while.
Speaking of trust, looking at Zilray, do you expect anybody to trust you?
You know, Zoral, I'm not sure you're the best judge of character, man. Just given, you haven't spent a lot of time out here. You know, you're a man of the wilds. I am a Zilry of the people. You know, and you don't have to trust me, Zoral, but one day you will.
Are you a Zilry? Are you a Zilry of the people? Or are you a Zilry of the Zilry?
Oh, I am a Zilry of the people. And Zilry.
Shots fired.
But like I said, Zoral, you don't have to trust me now. But one day you will. And that will be a great day.
Zilry, I will say this much. I trust you to do the right thing most of the time. And that's more than I can say for a lot of people that I meet. And I think you like to. I think you're a survivor, which is a good thing because if you're friends with a survivor might want you to survive too. And I'm sorry that I just say really stupid things. I'm gonna be honest. I see a lot of myself in you, and you know when you like look in a mirror and you just sort of see like all the things you don't like about your face. It's like that. I see you and I worry that you'll make bad decisions or you'll do something that is something stupid that I would do because I'm stupid, and it's oh boy, I'm 4 drinks in. This is
Perhaps you should slow down.
It's cool, Azazel. I hear you. I'm so glad. You know, we really started out rocky, but I appreciate all of that, and I mean, I don't know what to say about that seeing yourself in me stuff, but but I appreciate your vote of trust, and you're right. I am a survivor. You got me pegged there. So Zorald, maybe take a page out of Azazel's book because this guy knows people.
Orn is probably drunk now and climbs over the table to where you, Doxia, and Azazel are all sitting, and just like plops down and like naps somehow, touching all of 3 of you.
Petting Orn's head. You know, Azazel, it's great. I totally appreciate everything you're saying.
if it's not too personal or too much to ask, what are your parents' names?
My human parents' names?
Yeah, your parents.
Why?
I'm just getting to know you. I can tell you my whole family's name.
Oh, but Azazel, there's power in names. I can't tell you my parents' names. I need to make sure that I can ensure their safety.
I'm a man of the law. If I did anything to hurt your parents, it would be my job and probably my life.
What
Listen,
are your parents' names?
My parents' names. My father's name is Adrin Starflower. My mother's name is Muriel Starflower. I've got 3 older. It gets kind of tricky because we age differently. Like, I was a baby, they were slightly older babies, but then I left the house a little bit before them because I matured quick. I grew a beard before any of them did. I don't know if they ever will.
Oh, your siblings, not your parents. Okay.
No, yeah, my siblings.
Wow,
their names are Roland.
Yeah.
Roland is my big brother. He's the oldest of the bunch. And then there's the twins, Uriel and Ariel.
Do they have the same job as you, Azazel?
No, I'm sort of the only one that went to be an Enquêteur. My brother Roland, he's a librarian and an artist. He's an apprentice though, since the age thing is weird. But he's the oldest of the 3 siblings I have, and he's so much more smarter than I am. He's incredibly intelligent and very skilled at artistry. He's a wonder to behold. And then Uriel and Ariel. Uriel's a boy, Ariel's a girl. Uriel is probably the least combative person I've ever met. He's a really good talker and singer and dancer. He likes to stop fights before they start, and I'm not any good at that. So and then Ariel, she's tough. She's a tough one. She's aggressive. She's a fighter. She wields a sword better than any I've ever seen, and yeah, they're great. And I'm not as good as any of them, but I was the first one to leave the house, so I have to try, don't I?
I think you're doing a great job, Azazel. You stumbled into this town and you're really trying to bring justice You already helped with the caravan. You know, what would have come of those creatures if not for you? I think you gotta give yourself a little bit of credit. Your siblings might be great, Azazel, but you're great too.
Yeah, you're great. You hear Doxia kind of mumble from underneath her arms.
Falls out of
Our
her
little friend. Thank you, Zilri. I think you're pretty great too. And if I give you a hard time, just know I do it because I think you can be even greater.
I appreciate that.
And then I'll lean into Zoral's shoulder and I'll be like, "You're great too, big guy." Okay.
Doxia kind of like, you hear her mumble a couple of words under her arm. You're all great. I trust all of you. You have cool families. I miss my family. I mean, I've got Trovic. Now I've got all of you. And she immediately springs up, stands up, plants her hands on the table, and has like this serious look on her face. And then just throws up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Okay.
We've all seen that face, too.
Oh, you hate to see it.
Poor
just
girl
throws
can't
up.
hold her fruit juice.
It tasted good.
Orin
Oh,
feeling
boy,
Doxia moving, just like gives her little back scratchies.
Thank you, Orin. Oh God. Okay, can I lie down now? She kind of just tries to find a way to curl up in the chair and just like, oh, and she's got a little bit of puke on her mouth.
Oh boy. Oh jeez.
Trovic will come back to table and check on Little Flower.
Oh, you immediately see like Doxia is kind of curled up as best she can in the chair. She's kind of asleep. And she's got a bit of like spittle or barf.
Is she laying on anybody?
No, she's just kind of like sitting. Yeah, no. Well, she's sitting next to the she's sitting at the table next to everybody, but she's just kind of sitting there. Going,
I will quietly like tiptoe, and then pull up a chair real close by, and like put my arm around her, and then wave at the bartender to bring me more vodka.
Yeah, she easily kind of rolls into your arms.
And I ruffled her hair.
The night carries on. You all keep drinking or stop drinking. But some of you have, but some of you definitely have had it for your night. But eventually, as the hours progress, before I forget, Marugame does show up a little bit later than she had anticipated, but she shows up and she's just like, I almost forgot. I was real deep in the mugs. She kind of like stumbles to your tables, kind of almost slips in Doxia's puke.
Pipe it down. Quiet.
Oh, sorry. It's
a little loud in here anyways. And she just drops a huge bag of what seemed to be gold on the table in front of you guys. You guys are great. I'd love to work with you again in the future. But for now, I'm gonna go back to drinking. Have a great night. And she kind of like walks away, stumbling. But if any of you check the bag, it is, spend the time counting it, it is 600 gold for the party. For a job well done.
Oh, lovely, lovely. I was just gonna stick my hands in and just scrape a pile towards me and not be super careful about how many there were, but
yeah, you guys can,
unless someone wants to stop me.
You guys can divvy it up as you so choose, whether you take handfuls, piles, or count.
I mean, counting is what sober Azazel would do. But by this point, he's probably 5 or 6 drinks in. So, Yeah, he's probably not counting too carefully, but he'll parse it out real careful, like with his eye.
Alright. So yeah, while you eagerly clamber to the gold and separate it amongst yourselves, and the night eventually carries on, people eventually go to kind of pass out at the tables or leave the bar. You start not necessarily closing up, but slowing down for the night. The other lizard folk invite you all to come stay at theirs and Orn's household, though it is a bit of an uncomfortable stay, as they don't really use beds. They just kind of have like cushioned piles that everybody kind of sleeps in, like a corner or on a table. Unless Orn, unless it's otherwise stated by Orn.
No, it's pretty much what it looks like.
But on your way down to the street, passing through the streets as Trovik, you're carrying Doxia in your arms, and the rest of you kind of hold, those of you that are a little too drunk, holding each other up, heading to Orn's house. Zilri, you see, just on one of the lampposts as you pass by, a little crow just sitting there and kind of just watching in your direction as it smokes a little bit. But only you notice that it's a bit hazy. And it kind of just stares as you walk by, caws a bit, and then flies off. The rest of you make it back to Orn's establishment, bed down for the night, have yourselves a long and safe rest. That's where we'll end for today.
Yay! Well,
wow.
What a
We all
great
got drunk
session.
together.
Yes.
I totally didn't write my family's names this session specifically to ambush Kaylee with that. Totally didn't do that.
You sure? You sure?
I mean, I
that's
had
not what
Roland's name written down beforehand.
Yeah, I think that was the only one I vaguely remembered.
I didn't want to commit.
Dope.
Totally wasn't just me trying to mess with Kayla. Totally.
Gosh, you guys make me look so suspicious.
You
I
make
don't
you look
try
so
to.
suspicious.
Us. You make you look suspicious.
I'm going to turn into this and go over here.
Mental note. It's like, no matter what I roll for insight, just Zoral does not trust Zilri at all.
Zoral
Not a
doesn't
single
trust
word.
me.
Yeah, and that in between everybody kind of putting their foot in their mouth. It's an interesting player cohesion. I'm loving the rise and falls of the tension.
We are definitely the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Zoral, dude, when Zoral
man.
was like, that's not right. You're a disgrace. I just kept imagining Rocket being like, that is true. That is also true.
Wow.
Very good.
So
Awesome.
so dysfunctional. Oh my god.
It's a dysfunctional
Trovik
family.
peeing on the grave. Poor Zoral's trying to bury this body.
As I'm
my
eating
gosh.
You guys just defiled that thing.
It's what Trovik would have done in the battle.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. One other thing I wanted to point out, because I know some of you obviously know what the creature is. You actually don't know what this creature is. It's not something any of you have seen before.
Oh yeah, totes. No. Trovik has
Wait,
no
it
idea.
wasn't a manticore?
Technically, yes, but none of you
But the
know.
characters don't know it.
The characters don't know what a manticore is.
Gotcha.
That's why I didn't want to say it by name, because I was like, I feel like we're not supposed to know what this thing is.
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah.
You can't see my paper, can you?
I see
No.
light and
Do you like
dark
this?
ink.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like in Azazel's notebook, because he's not good at drawing.
When he drew
This is
the
showing
reptile.
Yeah.
15-foot tall orange reptile with a brownish armored carapace and large horns.
And an Orn biting its shoulder.
Well, yeah, I guess that's a good spot for me to chime in and wrap it up. So, thanks to everybody for tuning in don't forget that we roll for extra life, and you can always contribute there. We only got 2 natural ones, and they were both rolled by our DM. Yay!
Yeah! How we survive.
So,
And you survive.
You can go to our About section, go click on the extra life if you would like to, and donate for an amazing, super great cause for the kids. And don't forget to join our Discord, check us out on YouTube, and yeah, that's it. So be good to each other, be awesome, and beat hate with love.
Later, taters.